Look at you. You've been through so much, haven't you? The world has thrown its weight at you. Life has challenged you in ways you never expected. People you trusted, people you loved, they may have hurt you. They may have walked away, leaving you feeling broken, abandoned. But here's the truth. You're not broken. No, you're in the process of being rebuilt, and God's hands are all over it. You may feel like you've been left behind, like a piece of your heart has been torn apart. But remember this, God never leaves. He sees the scars, the bruises, and He's already planning your comeback. The same people who may have overlooked you, who may have doubted your worth, they don't know what God is doing behind the scenes. They're watching you now, expecting you to stay down, expecting you to fall apart. But God has other plans for you. He's not just going to bring you back to where you were. He's going to lift you higher than ever before. You're about to rise in ways that they and even you never saw coming. You see, God doesn't waste the pain you've gone through. He uses it. Every tear you've cried, every heartache you felt, He's gathering it all and turning it into something beautiful. What was meant to break you is only making you stronger, more resilient, more grounded in His love. You're not in the dirt. No, my friend, you're planted. And when God plants you, He nurtures you, He waters you, and He helps you grow. The world may have tried to bury you, but they didn't realize you were a seed. And now, your season of growth is coming. Think about it. How much strength has God already given you? Look at what you've survived. Those scars you carry aren't signs of defeat. They are marks of survival. They're proof that you've been through the storm and came out stronger. And God, He's not done with you yet. He's just beginning the work He has planned. God's promise is this: He's going to rebuild you in front of the very people who thought you'd stay broken. He's going to heal you piece by piece, right before their eyes. And when He does, they won't be able to deny the power of His love, His grace, and His purpose for your life. It may take time. Healing doesn't happen overnight. But just like a masterpiece, the rebuilding process is worth the wait. You are a work of art in God's hands, and He's shaping you into something even more beautiful, even more powerful than you were before. The people who walked away, who didn't believe in you, they'll have to watch. They'll see how God has taken what was meant to destroy you and used it to make you unstoppable. They'll see how your spirit, your heart, your mind are being renewed, strengthened, and elevated. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. God is turning your pain into purpose. He's using everything you've been through to mold you into someone who is unbreakable. You may feel weak now, but trust me, God is making you stronger in ways you can't even imagine yet. And let's not forget this: God's plan for you is so much bigger than anything you've lost. He sees the whole picture. The people who tried to bring you down, they did not and cannot take away the future God has for you. You're His child, and He's preparing something far greater than anything this world can give you or take from you. The struggles you faced, they are the very tools God is using to prepare you for the blessings that are coming. Every challenge has been shaping you, teaching you, growing you. And now you're on the verge of something so extraordinary, so divinely orchestrated, that even those who doubted you will be in awe. God is rebuilding you, and when He's finished, you'll stand taller, stronger, and more confident in who you are in Him. You won't just be restored, you'll be renewed, elevated to new heights. You'll be everything they said you couldn't be. Everything they thought you'd never become. But more importantly, you'll be everything God always knew you were. And when you rise, and you will rise, it won't just be for your benefit. It will be for His glory. The world will see what happens when God's hand is on someone's life, when His love is the foundation of their comeback. They'll see His power working in you, and they'll know that nothing, no betrayal, no setback can stop what God has destined for you. So take heart, dear one. God is rebuilding you in front of those who hurt you, in front of those who doubted you. And when He's done, you'll be unshakable, untouchable, and completely transformed by His grace. They thought they had the final say, but God is writing a different ending, one where you come out stronger, wiser, and filled with the undeniable light of His love. The world may have tried to push you down, but God is lifting you up. And when He rebuilds you, there's no going back. You're about to become everything He's always meant for you to be. Take a moment to breathe, reflect on the journey you've been on. Remember, this isn't a race, it's a process. And in God's timing, everything happens perfectly. You may not understand why you had to face those difficult moments, why people you cared about hurt you, but trust in this. Nothing in your life happens without purpose. Every setback, every tear, every disappointment, God is weaving it all together for your good. Yes, the road ahead may still have its challenges, but every step you take is part of God's divine design. He is the master builder, and He never rushes the process. Just like the most beautiful structures require time and precision, so too does your transformation. And here's the best part. As God is rebuilding you, He's also rebuilding your faith, your heart, your perspective. He's teaching you to see through His eyes, to trust in His plans. You may have thought you lost everything, but with God, you've gained something far greater. He's giving you strength, peace, and wisdom. Things that no one can ever take from you. When the time comes when you rise in front of those who doubted you, it won't just be a moment of victory for you. It will be a testament to God's unshakable promises. The world will see that when God is for you, no one can stand against you. His light in you will shine so brightly that no shadow of the past can ever dim it. You'll stand tall, not in pride, but in humble awe of what God has done in your life. You'll look back and see that every painful moment was preparing you for this very moment. And the people who doubted you, they'll see it too. They'll witness firsthand the power of God's hand in your life, and they won't be able to deny it. What's even more incredible is that God's restoration goes beyond the surface. He's not just patching up the cracks, He's making you whole. In His hands, you're being transformed from the inside out. Your spirit is being renewed, your heart is being mended, and your purpose is being ignited in ways you never imagined. Imagine this. The very people who may have doubted you, hurt you, or dismissed you will be watching as God elevates you. They'll witness your rise, not out of spite, but as a living example of God's grace and power. God isn't just showing them who you are, He's showing them who He is through you. They'll see that it was never about you being broken. It was always about God's plan to rebuild you stronger than ever before. And here's the beauty in all of it. God doesn't rebuild us in isolation. He uses our story, our transformation, to inspire others. Your testimony of healing and restoration will speak to someone else's heart. You'll become a light in their darkness, showing them that if God can do it for you, He can do it for them too. So as you continue this journey, remember, you're not just being rebuilt for yourself. You're being rebuilt to reflect God's glory. Your life, your comeback, will be a living, breathing testament of His love, His grace, and His power. The people who hurt you, they're part of your story, but they don't define it. God does. And when God writes your story, He writes it with redemption in every line. He takes what was meant for harm and turns it into something good. He takes the broken pieces and creates a masterpiece. And that's exactly what you are, a masterpiece in the making. You may not feel it yet. You may still be in the middle of the storm, but trust in this. God is already working. He's already preparing your victory. Every battle you faced has been leading to this moment, to the moment when you'll rise stronger and more resilient than ever before. So let go of the fear, let go of the doubt. God's got this. He's got you. And soon everyone will see what He's been doing in your life. The people who thought you'd stay down, they'll be amazed at how God lifted you up. And through it all, you'll know that it was never by your strength alone. It was by His grace, His love, and His unshakable plan for your life. Get ready. The best is yet to come.